All right. This is going to be interesting. We got lost technologies of ancient Egypt. Advanced engineering in the temples of the Pharaohs by Christopher Dunn. It's brand new. I just bought this one. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and start. This is brand new. It's a whole new concept for me. So we're just gonna start with the foreword. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna, wait a minute. Do they got an introduction? Yeah, we're going with introduction, sorry. Okay, I'm ready. Introduction. Here we have a quote by Herbert Hoover. Tell me, Mr. Hoover, what are your interests? Madame, I'm an engineer. Really? I took you for a gentleman. I don't get it. Anyways, okay. It is possible that Mr. Hoover confused lady acquaintance had the wrong impression of what an engineer does. Since a train driver is also known as an engineer, there are mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, material engineers, computer engineers, construction engineers, quality engineers, and safety engineers. And all may not be considered gentlemen. Many you may meet will be ladies. Each engineer works in a specialized field, and within those particular disciplines are subgroups that work in a myriad or in myriad industries that form the fabric and backbone of modern civilization. Of themselves and their machines, the life of an engineer is frequently punctured with the Scotty Star Trek lament. Can't take much more of this, Captain. I didn't ever watch Star Trek, so I don't know what that. Maybe you did. I don't know. Perhaps unbeknownst to you, the engineer's laborers have a direct effect on your daily life. For instance, you have just arrived in the office, hung up your coat, and poured yourself a cup of your favorite morning beverage. An army of engineers and artisans work to create that technology that has allowed your morning ritual to happen. Crafted in the car, train, or bus, and the elevator that carried you to the destination are the laborers of modern artisans. At some location miles away, perhaps on another continent, the skillful eye and hands of artisans guided the tools that created the coffee maker and processed the coffee. The Industrial Revolution of the 1800s propelled Western civilization forward in terms of labor-saving devices. Around this time, many of the machines that are now used in manufacturing were either invented or improved. Yet the most basic of machines, the lathe, has been around in one form or another for centuries. Originally, it was a form of a potter's wheel. Its development as an effective metal-cutting machine grew from the invention of the steam engine, which powered everything from textile mills to Stephenson's rocket, the first steam locomotive to convert linear motion to rotary motion, and the use that rotary motion to propel itself along two rails at a dizzying speed of 25 miles per hour. Almost run that fast. In the past 60 years, technology has advanced rapidly in directions that many people, except science fiction writers and futurists, could not have imagined possible. Discoveries and innovations in the field of physics have introduced new patterns of thought in the minds of scientists and inventors. Like leg on a centipede, branches of science, engineering, and manufacturing, along with the creative genius of gifted artists who are now an essential part of the design of functional products, move forward independently and in unison, each drawing on the other for inspiration and survival. 300 years before the Industrial Revolution was in full swing, geniuses arose among their peers and made their mark, adding to the prosperity and understanding of future generation. The genius of Leonardo da Vinci, Copernicus, and Galileo is well known. During this period, mathematics, astronomers, and philosophers laid the groundwork for the pursuit of scientific inquiry and changing the worldview of humanity and its place in the universe. With the with its genius in the 1500s, we now know as the scientific revolution fought against the church and superstitious beliefs to create the foundation of modern science. The heliocentric theory of Nicholas Copernicus shattered many beliefs of the Earth's permanence in the universe, and the Catholic Church, which opposed such heresy, fought tooth and nail to stop the rush of intellect that ultimately reshaped our beliefs about nature and ourselves. René Descartes, a devout Catholic himself, cut through the confusion that reigned for so long with the remarkable, simple philosophy that to us is a part of life, but in his day was counter to the philosophy of the church. It would ultimately challenge the church's own philosophy and teachings. In discourse of the method of rightly conducting the reason and seeking for truth in the sciences, we're almost running out of time, Dan. Descartes sets forth 3 guidelines that he followed in his own work. The first of these was to accept nothing as true, which I did not clearly recognize to be so. That is to say, carefully to avoid perceptions and prejudices and judgments, and to accept in them nothing more than what was presented to my mind so clearly and distinctly that I could have no occasion to doubt it. The second was to divide up each of the difficulties which I examined into as many parts as possible, and as seemed requisite in order that it might be resolved in the best manner possible. The third was to carry on my reflections in due order, commencing with objects that were the most simple and easy to understand, in order to rise little by little or by degrees to knowledge of the most complex, assuming an order, even if a fictitious one, among those which do not follow a natural sequence relative to one another. Ugh. Man, we should have started somewhere else. I apologize for that. Thought we were talking about Egypt a little bit, but we haven't got there yet. We're still about 1,000 years away. From the birth of the scientific revolution to the industrial revolution, the knowledge of the world has advanced at a rapid pace. Up until today, this advancement has spanned 500 years. Within that time, we've gone from an agrarian society with a much lauded, simple pastoral existence to a complex industrial society with products that were undreamt of when the creator of the world's first successful locomotives, Robert Stephenson, cried out full steam ahead. Puncturing each stage of civilization's development are major building projects that by necessity or demand incorporate the state of art, building construction of their period. We'll finish this paragraph and then we ran out of time. I'm sorry. The landscape of the ancient world is dotted with fabulous structures that are breathtaking in their complexity. The Egyptians and Mayans had their pyramids and temples. The Hindus crafted elaborate temples throughout Asia. The Greeks built the Parthenon, and the Babylonians constructed the Jupiter temple and the fabled Hanging Gardens. The Romans made their mark all over their world, with engineering geniuses guiding the construction of their famous roads, the Colosseum, and numerous temples and viaducts, while Roman sculptors guided their chisels over marble and alabaster, giving it physical presence with beauty. With the exception of artifacts such as the mysterious Achinactera mechanism and an astronomical computer found by fishermen on the sea floor of the island of Antikythera in 1901, the development of technological in the ancient world seems to have clear origins and is fairly well understood. Damn. Going back even further in time, another deep mystery lies in the question of how the ancient Egyptian civilization could have lasted for 3,000 years without improving the tools used to quarry and shape stone to near perfection. Since 1984, when Analog magazine published an article, Advanced Machining in Ancient Egypt, controversy on this subject has persisted. The article proposed that the ancient Egyptians were more advanced than previously believed, and that they used advanced tools and methods to cut granite, diorite, and other difficult to work stone. It does not seem credible that brilliant architects and engineers would continue to use stone tools and copper chisels for 3 millennia. Man, right when it's starting to get good too. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I really do. Because I mean, it was kind of dry in the beginning, but I understand why they had to get it. They had to bring us from like here back 3,000 years. So I apologize. It sounds like a great book. I will be reading more of this because it's something I'm interested about. Just I might not be able to finish it. It might get boring after a while. However, at the moment, I'm excited about it. So if you like to read along with me, then this is available on Amazon. Just click the button right there and you can go get it off of Amazon. But if not, well, get it off of Amazon. And then also there will be another button that you can sign up and we will go over this book together. Woohoo!